G'day everyone, Raid0AU and welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 6. It has finally hit stable release. Woo! And big congratulations to the devs for getting it that far, and a big thank you to anyone who helped to test and report any bugs and helped with some of the balancing, and certainly some of the content creators for their inputs that have been included. It's all helping shape the game that we're currently seeing, and who knows where it's going to be at the end. So for those that maybe haven't dipped their toes into Alpha 6 and have been playing on Alpha 5, I would certainly highly recommend that you go to the Empyrion website and you check out the patch notes for this. There's also some frequently asked questions in regards to Alpha 6 and things like that. A number of threads there because there is quite a few changes in the game when it comes to Alpha 6 as compared to Alpha 5. So I'll include a link down in the description to take you to that announcement on their website. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a new game. We're going to start on a Kua. I'm going to call it, going to be really imaginative, Alpha 6 stable. And let's make that a capital S just for proper things. Playing on survival. Now the seed, basically this is the seed we're going to use. Those that have watched a few of the series will know that I like to use a seed that has some random fact involved with it. So we're going to go with 32,333 because Alpha 6 includes the oxygen or the ventilation system, and 32,333 is the number of cubic feet of internal pressurized volume that the International Space Station has, as quoted by NASA. So there we go. Difficulty settings. We're going to go on medium. I'm just going to set it on medium and leave everything as medium. So you've got easy, you've got hard, and medium. So I figure medium is probably normal. So easy, normal, and hard. Going to set it on medium. The devs themselves recommend, if you are absolutely brand new to Empyrion, to start it off on easy and to follow the tutorial, which is the Robinson Protocol. And we will be doing that. We'll go through the Robinson Protocol in this run through. And then once we finish that, we'll branch off out and do other things. So there we go. All right. Starting on a Kua. It's temperate. If you're brand new to Empyrion, highly recommend start on a Kua. Temperate planet. Average gravity. Good temperature ranges. No radiation. Various weather effects on here, and it's breathable. It's got 20% oxygen content. It is breathable, so you can run around without having to have a helmet on. We're starting in the escape pod, and let's go. I will see you in there. Alright, here we go. Coming in. Alright, so we got iron. What's that thing over there? That point of interest straight ahead of us. That is way too big to be one of the new wreckage sites. Ah, there we go. New point of interest, Hongo. That will be one of the. That's one of the new wreckage sites. I've seen engine compartment. I've seen Hongo. There was another one I've seen, but I can't remember what it was called, to be honest. Alright, coming in for a hard landing. Ow. Alright. So this is where it comes up with the briefing. Chapter 1, the Robinson Protocol. So this is going to take us through the basics. And let's go. Alright, so first of all, what we want to do is, if you look on the right hand side, it says check loadout and grab items from pod. So we want to go up to the escape pod, press F, and we want to grab everything from the escape pod. What we also want to do is we want to move some of this stuff down onto our hotbar down here. So we want to move projectile pistol, I'll put that in 1. Small med kit, I'll put in 9. That's probably all we need to move at this stage. The other stuff we probably don't need there at the moment. So, and you just access your inventory by pressing the tab key. So, press that tab key, we can see this is me. I've got light armor at the moment. We're level 2, we did level up coming in because we discovered a few points of interest and a few resource nodes. And it just tells us what's going on down here, durability and things like that. So, saying equip pistol, equip, okay. So it wants us to equip everything. So, I'll need to probably just redo that. Got ahead of myself here. So it wants us to equip the pistol, med kit, wants us to do the water, radiation, probably the rations as well. Let's have a look. Yep. So that cleared that. You'll see on the left hand side there it gives us some information there. Use shift to sprint, J to activate jetpack, U takes off your helmet, L to activate a light, things like that. So first thing we're going to want to do is we want to head over to Hongo here. And we'll find resource deposits as we're going. But we want to also press U. You'll see on the left hand side down the bottom there above the... we've got 4 bars. We've got health. We've got food. We've got our stamina. And we've got our oxygen level. Above that we've got some icons. First one is our jetpack. Second one says that we've got our helmet on. Third one says that the atmosphere is breathable at the moment, so we don't need to have our helmet on, so we can press U and get rid of that. And you'll see the helmet disappears. To be honest, I still haven't quite worked out what the fourth one is. So I'm not 100% sure what that one is, whether it's something... Alright, getting a few animal noises around the place. So first thing we want to do is get to the shelter. So follow the marker, which is marked Hongo. We could swim across, but we're going to go around. These slime things here don't attack you, but they can be good for leveling up and also for gathering meat. Alright, so you see my stamina on the bottom left there is has gone down. So we just have to stop sprinting and that will slowly build up. If we stop moving, it'll build up faster. But we'll just keep going. You'll see it throws up hints. You can turn hints off in the options, and we will do that at some point. I'll just leave them on for the moment. So top right, we've got our mini-map up there. Tells us what it is. Mostly cloudy at the moment. We're by the lake, and it tells us the amount of time left in game time before the sun will go down. Below that we've got the ambient temperature, so it's 28 degrees. And the small numbers next to it indicate a temperature rating on our armor and what our actual body temperature is. And we've got a couple of we've got some raptors here, so I want to be a bit careful with those. So I have only got the pistol at the moment. We'll get the pistol out just in case. Is it loaded? No, we'll make sure it's loaded. Okay. So now we've reached the wreckage point. We've reached Hongo, so we need to find the fuel tank. These guys here sound mean, but they actually don't attack you, so they're safe. Raptors will attack you, but these guys make a lot of noise. They're good for meat though. Alright, here's our fuel tank over here. I wonder if I can get to it from up here. Can we get to it from inside, maybe? Whoops, didn't mean to sim twitch. So we can't access it from there. If we press J to activate our jump jet, you'll see on the bottom left there, the leftmost... No, we can't get in that way. Leftmost icon is now showing as white. And as you jump jet, you'll see that deplenishes, or depletes, and then replenishes. Alright, well here's the door. So press F to open it. Normally that would automatically open, but it won't open at the moment. No, can't get through that way. There's a door here, that will lead us out there. There we go. Alright, so here's our fuel tank. Now we don't have much fuel at the moment, so I want to be a little bit wary with it. We'll put a little bit in. So I think I'll put 3%. Do we want to put another one? Probably. Let's put another one. Alright, so we filled the fuel tank. And now it wants us to activate the base. And we do that by pressing Y. So here we go. Y. Turns on. Right, find the equipment locker. So these are the equipment lockers here. Personal cargo box. We've got a fridge there. So open that. So press F. And we've got a drill, chainsaw, some biofuel to run these off of. Survival constructor, auto miner core. So we just take everything out, and we've got some plant sprouts here. This is a boost for your armor. Some anti-radiation pills. So we'll take all that out. We have also got a motorbike construction kit, which will be very useful. Okay, so equip the constructor. Survival constructor, we'll bring that down, put it on 2. Place the constructor. Alright, let's press 2. Now we can't place it inside. Survival constructor can only be placed on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it next to here. That way I can access it from up here. Select bike. Create bike. Alright, so we press F on the survival constructor. Now to make the bike, we need to have a motorbike construction kit, and we do have one, but we need to put it over here. So easiest way is just shift and click to move that over, so we've got it in the input, and then we can click on that to queue it in the construction queue. And once it's built, it'll show up in the output here. We also up here need to turn it on. Now luckily the survival constructor doesn't require any power. It works off, effectively think of it as working off solar. Alright, so we're creating the bike. There we go. Equip the bike. Put it on 2. There we go. Set a map marker. Alright, so we can place this down. So, whoop, sorry, press V. V changes your view from first person to third person. So set a map marker. So in order to do that, we want to press M to go to the map. And we want to set a map marker for somewhere. Do we want to go to the crashed MS Titan? Probably not just yet. Probably one of the first things we want to do is we want to... Really, the first thing that I like to do is I like to try and find some Promethium. So I'm thinking we head over here. So to do that, you just right click on a place on the map, and then we set it as a waypoint. We can put remove on approach if we want, and then when we get close it'll just remove it. We can set what it looks like. So I'm just going to set it as a normal flag. I'm just going to leave it as new marker. Accept. Alright. Do the groundwork. Place the O2 generator. Let's open our thing here. So we've got an oxygen generator. It's just given us as part of the tutorial. We want to place that down, and this is partly why we want to make sure it does. See, we're back up to 5 fuel packs. It does give us a bit of fuel as we work our way through here. We don't want it. I'm always a bit wary about using all the fuel. Fuel is energy, and without energy, you're gonna have problems. So basically, all we want to do with this one really is just place it in the water. So that'll probably do. And then press F to open it. See there it says 80% source quality. That's about as high as I've ever seen it. Don't know whether you can get any more than that. And we're just going to, if you want to just place one item down, if you want to place all of them, you just press Shift and left click on it, and it'll move all the items over into here. If you just want to place one, then you just right click with it. It'll place one. Now you'll see nothing's appeared there because it's used the first one, and it's now producing oxygen. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm only going to put the one in, and then we can just leave that to run by itself. Okay, now it wants us to break some stones. We've got stones over there, so we could probably head over there actually. To do that, we're going to go on the motorbike. Press F. Here we go. We're on the motorbike. Let me just travel around, and some rocks here. Okay, oh, we got those raptors there, so we do want to be careful with the raptors. Alright, press F to get off. Tab to open our inventory. We want to get our drill out. Now we've got 4 biofuel. We'll get to that at some point. So we need to use one of those to fuel up. So this is a tier 1 drill. You have to be pretty close for it to be able to use it. And it has different modes, and to do that you just press the right mouse button. You'll see that it's got resource mining, used for removing terrain and mining ores. Drill does not pick up ores automatically. Stone removal, used for removing large stones and mining ores. So drill does not pick up ores automatically. So we're going to go with that one, because it's a stone and we want to remove it. And then we just left click. There we go. And what did we get? We got some iron, some magnesium, and some cobalt. Good stuff. All good stuff. Now it's telling us to have lunch. And eat. Well, you know what? I'm not going to eat just yet because I've still got my hunger is not at the point where I would like it to use any of our food at the moment. So initially, you want to hold on to as much food as possible and just use it when you need to. Now the rations that it gave us will completely fill. That will give us 500. So the best thing we can do is travel around and break down some of these rocks. Alright, we've got some silicon, some more iron. Anything else? Nope. Right. And you just want to be a bit careful about what's around. Just want to keep an eye out. Make sure there's nothing about to rip your face off. Go. Bit more iron, bit of copper that time, bit more magnesium. Magnesium is important at this point because we do need to make some ammunition, or we're going to need ammunition. So we've got more stones over here. Just wanting to be a little bit careful, be especially careful around trees and things like that because it's just hard to see what's in there. Don't want to be surprised. Alright, what do we get from that? Copper. Anything else? Is that all it gave me? Bugger. Now, plants. Just quickly on plants. These are corn dogs. You can eat these. There is always a risk of getting food poisoning. Now I'll pick these ones just for the sake of showing. So you can pick those ones. They will grow back. They'll regenerate. And if we go into where do I get textured part protein from? An alien honey. Must have given me that as part of the tutorial. So up here, the corn dog, it's consumable, so it'll give us 50 food, won't add any health, but you'll see there it's got a perish time of 28. So 28 minutes it'll last. You can, if you put it in the fridge, it'll suspend that perish time. So easiest way to eat if you're going in the inventory here is just to shift and right click. There we go, we've just eaten one. We didn't get any untoward effects. Alright, so now it's got mine ore deposit. Find iron deposit. Mine 50 iron ore. Alright, well we got one over here, headed towards our marker. There we go. We might just flick our light on because the sun's starting to go down. We might have to head indoors in a minute. So find iron. So it wants us to find each of the main ores. So what we're going to do is just look straight down at the ground. Find as close as you can get to it really. And then we want to go resource mining. So right click, choose resource mining. And we want to start mining down. Here we go. Okay, now this here is crushed stone. We will pick it up because you do need some crushed stone for things. And this is where we start to see the ore. This is iron ore. And I tend to go around the edges of the ore just to find where the edges of the deposit is and sort of work from there. That's more me being pedantic. You don't have to do it that way. Okay, so this is iron ore, and you see we're also getting the rock. Pick it up, you just press F. Unfortunately, with the tier 1 drill, you have to manually pick up all your ore. Once we get a tier 2 drill, that will automatically pick it up for you. So we're a little way off getting that yet. The other thing to note is, as the ores come out, you'll notice down on the bottom left, next to where the health bar and things like that are, we're gaining a little bit of XP for mining. So most stuff you do in this game will give you XP. So building, mining, picking plants, shooting things, about all of it will. Now, how much have we got here? 60, but we already had some, so... But now, one thing to be careful of initially is, because we are limited with how much biofuel we've got, we want to make sure that we don't dig ourselves into a hole that we can't get out of. And trust me, many a person has done it, including myself initially, in the early stages of a game. Having said that, it's one of those things that you probably only ever do once. Alright, where are we going? We must be getting close to mining 50 ore. I didn't take note of how much iron ore we had. There we go. That's just satisfied it. Just make sure you pick everything up. Especially early on. You want as many resources as you can get. Alright. So we've done that. Sun's definitely going down. So next thing it wants us to find is things like... and we have found a promethium deposit. That is really, really good. We'll probably get to that in the next episode. But I think what we want to do now is we want to head over to Hongo. Because at the moment I don't really have a desire to get caught out at night. Even though this is a relatively safe planet, there are some creatures that come out only at night. You do see them during the day, but that generally means they've spawned during the night. And those are particularly the plant monsters. Plus the fact it's just easier to get caught off guard. And at the moment, we're limited ammo, and we've only got a projectile pistol. So, but what we can do is we can come into our survival. And we want to move all the ores in here. And probably that as well. Now, next thing I want to do is I want to go to the fridge here. You'll see we've got a bit of food in here, which is good. But I want to put in stuff that is perishable. So that, and that is perishable. Then... in the personal cargo box here, what I'm going to do is we're going to keep the biofuel on us. I'm going to put the plants in there for the moment. I'm going to put the booster and probably the core for now, and the auto miners. We'll actually equip our chainsaw for the moment. We'll keep anti-radiation pills. Shouldn't need them. at this stage. We may get some radiation poisoning, maybe from if there's a storm or something. But this planet has 0 radiation, so... And that's the second figure on the right-hand side under the mini-map. The 0.0 there is showing us how much radiation there is. Okay, so we've got our ores in here, so we want to go to our components tab. So we've got food along the top of the templates here. We've got food, weapons and items, which includes ammo, blocks or building blocks, components, which is used to make everything else, devices, and decorative blocks. So we want to go into components, and we've got all the blocks up here that we can make in this constructor. You can't make everything in the survival constructor, and you can't make everything in the large constructor. To make absolutely everything, you'll need to make the advanced constructor, but that's further down the track. And basically what I would normally do here is effectively, if you hold down shift, if you just left click on one of these, it'll add 1 item to the construction queue. If you hold down shift, it'll add 10. If you hold down control, it'll add 100. And so probably if I've got a whole lot of ores in here, I would just click on each of them, control click on each of them. Neodymium, we don't have any ores. We want the magnesium powder and we want rock dust. That's all we can make. And I'll just put 100 there. Basically, it will stop production of one. That'll disappear out the construction queue when it runs out of resources. We just let that run. Alright. Now, to check your fuel, you can come through and you can obviously click on this here, but check our temperature there. So we come through here, it's 22 degrees, so that first figure underneath the mini-map. If we go near the generator, see it suddenly shoots up 70 degrees, and the little red warning comes up next to it. So that's starting to exceed, that's exceeding our armor's rating. So if we have a look at our armor here, you'll see there that it has an armor rating 135, cold rating of 25. So once it goes, cold rating of 25 is your resistance towards the cold, and that will give you, if you see down in the armor stats here, armor 135, durability 400 of 400, comfort zone temperature -10, so as long as it doesn't go below -10, we're okay, to 45 degrees, as long as it doesn't go above 45, and it will protect up to 4 in radiation. So want to keep these in mind, especially when you start going into space or on other planets as well. But also, as we saw there, you need to be careful depending on which machinery you're around, because if you stand there for any length of time, it will start to affect you. But the other way we can check our fuel level is to press the P key on the keyboard. So press P, bring this up. This is our main. We'll go into some of these others in another episode, but this is your main screen here. We can see we've got 2% fuel. We can either manage it or we can fill all. If we press fill all, it'll use whatever fuel we've got, fuel packs we've got in our inventory, and it'll try to fill it to maximum. Same with the oxygen. We can do it there, and we haven't got any ammunition boxes at the moment, but we can do the same with that. So it tells us the hit points that this structure currently has, and tells us our output from our generator. So it tells us we're using 3% of it at the moment. So if we click on manage, basically that will then bring us into, show us our inventory and the fuel screen, same as when we went up to the fuel tank and pressed F. And we can just drop another fuel pack in there. It takes us to 5%. That should be alright. And then if we just hit the back arrow, we're back to this screen. Also, we can turn things on and off here, so we can turn the power on and off, oxygen on and off, lights, things like that. So, alright. Well, I reckon that's a good start for the first episode in Alpha 6 stable. And we'll continue on in the next episode. Now basically what I might do is between episodes I might just go and find the cobalt, the copper, the silicon, the promethium, and just mine those ones out. There's nothing special about that. It's exactly the same as the iron deposit. You just simply go around, you just got to find the deposits and go and mine them. But next episode we'll also have a look at creating some more biofuels so that we don't run out. And we'll also have a look at the tech tree. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you all next time. I'm Raid0AU, signing out.